Last night, a video about a fugitive in Africa went viral in a very interesting case of a group trying to highlight what they see as an injustice. Emily Steele joins us now to talk about this. Fill us in a little bit about who is the person, the fugitive, that this group is trying to highlight, and what happened with this video.
Right, so on Monday, the nonprofit organization Invisible Children posted this 30-minute short film to the internet about the Uganda rebel leader, Joseph Kony. It's a 30-minute video. It talks about his crimes against children and having them sometimes kill their parents to serve in his forces, and his crimes, sexual slavery and all of that. It targeted celebrities and very big power makers, and over the past couple of days, it's been the fastest growing viral video in
It really
history.
took off yesterday.
It took off yesterday. Yesterday morning, it had 20 million views, and this morning, I just got some new numbers, and they said that it had 70 million views.
Right.
So
Now,
it just exploded.
Now,
in growth.
this is one case, though, something explodes, it goes viral, celebrities talking about it. But is there a lot of there? I mean, there's people in Uganda and elsewhere say, hey, look, this guy's a spent force. He's got a couple of hundred fighters with him. It's not worth the attention at this point.
That's what a lot of people are saying. A lot of people also, it's been a trending topic on Twitter. It's been one of the big things that everybody on Facebook is talking about too. And some people are calling this slacktivism, where people will talk a lot about something, but they're not actually sure what the result or what the effect of that is. A lot of outsiders and critics are saying that he is a spent force now. Kony is a spent force, and they don't know whether this video and the attention that it's trying to draw to this cause is legitimate and even will really result in any sort of change.
But isn't it, I mean, you know, if he has several hundred soldiers, I don't know, in my book, that's not necessarily someone who's a spent force, right? I mean, isn't there the idea that, I don't know if this organization is trying to raise money, but raising awareness among Americans, you know, about what's going on in Uganda, it doesn't seem like it could be a completely negative thing,
and
right?
that's what they're saying, and even some officials from the UN that our reporters have spoke to had said that if this is drawing attention to an issue and they are working within the UN guidelines of kind of how they want organizations to operate, then it's not a problem.
Right.
It's just a matter of...
There is that flip side. It's good because we've seen in the past, especially when you think back to Bosnia,
Right.
where you have essentially war criminals who just sort of disappear, and then they disappear also from the public imagination, which means there's less pressure for them to be brought to justice.
Right, and it's really just amazing how much public attention this has drawn, especially among people under 25.
But why do you think it's drawn so much public attention? I mean, there's 30-minute documentaries out there about things that are similar. Why is it this documentary in particular that's drawn so much attention?
This video, if you've seen it, it's very polished and very, it draws you in. And the way that it works is the filmmaker has this very young, really cute son, and he talks to him about Kony, and he says, do you know about bad guys? This is a bad guy. And he pulls out his picture, and he says, you know what? He's talking to his son, and he says, this man is stealing children like you from their parents and giving them guns and making them kill people. And so just the way that he's telling this story is very compelling, especially to kids who are really optimistic and thinking that they can change things. The other thing that's really fascinating too is
doesn't that go to the just inherent narcissism sometime of Twitter, where people are like, oh, look, I retweeted that. I changed the world.
Right,
no,
right.
It's just on Twitter. Do you think on the ground in Africa, people tweeting really makes a difference?
Right, and that's what there's this new term, it's called slacktivism, where you can retweet something, big celebrities have retweeted this, have brought attention to this, and they say, oh wow, I'm done. But we have some correspondents in Africa, in Uganda, who said that people there really don't even know about this video or what's going on, that it might gain some attention in the next couple of days as the local media there starts to pay attention to it, but just with internet penetration there so small.
And maybe really, like me, me as the eternal optimist, but kind of what you were saying.
So you're painting me as the eternal cynic.
Right,
okay.
right.
I think that's fair. I mean, maybe the idea is like now this video isn't going to make a ton of difference with Kony himself, but it's planting the seed. If something happens again in Uganda, or there's another uprising, or there's another rebel leader who has similar tactics, then maybe that could be the place where you would act. So just kind of raising awareness, laying the foundation for knowing what's going on
Well,
in Uganda.
and even the way that this video is working, if you can see right now, they're trying to target celebrities. So they're trying to get Angelina Jolie to say something, and they're having a lot of their followers send messages to Angelina Jolie and Bono and Bush and Romney and all these other people to try to get them to pay attention to this. And then it doesn't stop there. Apparently, if you watch the full video, what they say is that they're going to send people these kits where kids will start wearing bracelets about stopping Kony in Uganda, and then they'll share those bracelets with other people. And then they have this big event planned in later in the spring where they're going to be just plastering these posters all across cities, all across America, and they want this to be not just an online campaign, but kind of a real push of activism. And
Right, all right.
bringing
Well-
awareness and attention
Well,
to
Emily,
something.
thanks. And Jeanette, you were good not to use what you're really thinking was old fogey. And, Twitter
Never, David,
and
never,
bracelets sound good. But as someone who's been to Africa and seen this, sort of know that really what changes things there, unfortunately, is the end of a gun. And it's not going to be a bracelet which catches
Right.
Kony.
Right.
It's going to be someone in armed force. And there's no desire right now on the UN or the U.S. to go in. So on that cynical note, moving on.